Dateline, Las Vegas, and man, does it feel good to say that, because tonight, under the bright lights here at T-Mobile Arena, we have got one of the most heated rivalries and grudge matches in UFC history. Chris "Lil Matt" Carter taking on his former training partner, Danny "The Dagger" Lopez. DC, this should be good.
It's the best when you have two fighters that don't like each other. It's the best when the fighters want to smash each other's face in. But here's the difference. You have a wrestler versus a striker. Generally, that favors the wrestler. But when it comes to these two, all the history, he knows, Chris, I'm talking about, knows exactly what Danny brings, as does Danny know what Chris brings. But can Danny reel it in? Can he not be emotional as he tries to approach Chris tonight and try to get the victory? I can't wait for this one, John. This one has everything to make for a great night.
Friends turn foes. The hype will soon give way to the action. No longer teammates under Coach Thompson at Believe MMA. They'll settle their business inside the world-famous octagon.
Okay, hey, listen, Chris, let's go over it again. You know Danny's style. He's a striker, he's an emotional one. And Danny's gonna come at you like lightning. You stay calm. The moment you spot an overcommit, take it down to the ground. You gotta close the distance. Use your head work and your footwork.
Minimize the range advantage and time the double leg. And breathe, Chris.
Watch their footwork. It'll tell you exactly when to shoot. If your opponent tries to fly, you clip their wings.
What did I do? Shouldn't have kicked him out. Believe is Danny's home. Shouldn't be like this.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves, just make it official.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, no better place to settle heat of this kind than the world-famous octagon. Chris Carter and Danny Lopez. What a wild fight week. The brawl at the casino after the press conference. Both guys with disparaging things to say about one another. Might as well settle it here.
You know, the beautiful thing about mixed martial arts is you can dislike someone, but ultimately you get scheduled to fight him, and you get to fight that person. When you start talking about a man's father, and you ride his coattails because he was an Olympic champion, you have to answer for that. When you start saying that your opponent's dad walked out because of his behavior and his attitude, you have to answer for that. Both of these guys get an opportunity to answer for the things that they said earlier in the week tonight inside of the octagon.
Well, the elite fighters mix it up when it comes to the targets, and a moment ago you saw him attack the body beautifully.
He's so good.
All right, so at least in the early going, not like the brawl we saw at the casino, a little bit of a deliberate pedestrian approach early by Carter.
There's more at stake. I mean, you can expect that. You understand that he recognizes now that he cannot let his emotion control the way that he approaches this fight.
That is a beautiful body kick.
Beautiful body kick. You better tuck that elbow.
Man, there's that body shot again. Defense has got to make some adjustments here.
And if the defense don't get better, at some point you're going to see him start to really show the effects of this body work. I love a fighter that makes that investment into the body early to get the dividends later in the fight. Great block there.
His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he lands that overhand right, he hurt bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again. Oh, that's big.
Oh, spinning back fist out of nowhere. Well, you got to think he might be trying to set up that overhand again. He's found a home for it all night long. Let's see if that holds true. I mean, oh, come on, how good is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, declaring the winner, Chris Carter.
There you go, buddy. Hey.
All right, come over. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now joined by Chris Carter. Chris, congratulations on a big victory. Big win in a big spot. Now, you and Danny have a ton of beef, but by winning the fight inside the octagon, is the beef settled? Can it be water under the bridge now between you two?
No, DC, I just did what I had to, you know? I just want to move on, man. I want to win a belt or two. As for Danny, you know, Danny got screwed over by this. And, you know, he didn't deserve that. So, look, I'm sorry for whatever part I played, bro. I am. Shouldn't have been this way.
Now, Danny, it's water under the bridge for Chris, but is it water under the bridge for you also? The beef and squash, that's what I'm talking about, fellas. It's sportsmanship. When two athletes lay it out on the line like that, I love to see this come to a conclusion. Maybe I could learn a little bit from you guys, or maybe I won't.